Pokemon Ultimate Adventures by Mikazuki. Aquamarine panted. He had emptied most of his energy into this single beam, but it was worth it. Ash groaned and struggled to get up, but the mere shock of the attack had hit him hard. So, looks like I win. Aquamarine jumped and kicked Ash in the face. Ash dropped to the ground and struggled once again to get up. The last sight you will see will be me laughing in triumph before sending you to the graveyard. Aquamarine swung the trident, but Ash managed to roll out of the way and get back up. Aquamarine growled and continued to jab at him, but Ash kept moving from side to side. You're still moving? What do I have to do to take you down and make you stay down? Like such a thing exists! Ash spat. Wah! He exclaimed, diving down and missing a thrust. The sheer force of it took his hat right off his head. Ash sprang up and made a dash to catch it, but Aquamarine jumped. Deep Skewer! Aquamarine struck down with a powerful jab. He missed Ash, but his trident punched right into Ash's cap. Gah! Ash screamed. Ocean Lance! Aquamarine roared. Ah! Ash gasped as Aquamarine's attack fired down from the trident, and Ash's rare, not to mention irreplaceable Pokemon League cap exploded. Bits of cloth and shredded piece of his cap fluttered through the air. He stood, completely speechless, and stretched his hands out, letting a few bits of it fall into his hands. That cap had taken months and a ton of effort for him to receive, and right here, right now, in just a few seconds, it was nothing but worthless shreds. See what I did to your cap? That's what's gonna happen to you when I hit you directly with the terror of the deep. Prepare to die, Ketchum! Aquamarine's sweat dropped as Ash's hand shot forward and grabbed him by the neck. His other hand pulled the trident out of Aquamarine's hands and snapped it in two. Ash snarled, a massive killer aura surrounding him. Aquamarine trembled. He screamed when Ash pulled his face close and headbutted him. You bastard! That cap was irreplaceable! Ash was shouting, pounding Aquamarine's face with his other hand on each syllable. Aquamarine was sent flying high through the air by Ash's uppercut. He came crashing down, out cold. Huh! Ash kicked him. If I were a senseless, violent brute like Misty, I would have broken your arms and legs and made sure you stayed a cripple for the rest of your life. But I'm not that kind of person. Lucky for you, he scoffed. However, don't think I'll let you go just like that. You've hurt me very dearly just now, and I'm gonna do something horrible. And I'm talking about more than taking your wallet. Speaking of which... Ash reached into Aquamarine's pockets. Sheesh, what kind of idiot writes down his bank account number and leaves it in his pockets? He asked himself as he picked up the small piece of paper. Payment for the cap, he smirked, also picking up the golden body armor and helmet. Now it's time to pay for giving me all that trouble. Several hours later. What hit me? Aquamarine woke up and rubbed his head. What's that? There was an envelope lying in front of him. He reached down and picked it up. This letter! It's from Misty! I can't believe it! Aquamarine read the letter. To my dearest Aquamarine, from the moment I first met you, I knew you were the one. I have always loved you the way you have loved me. I have attached a map to where you can find me. I will wait for you forever. From your darling love, Misty. Oh my God! Aquamarine exclaimed. He sprinted through the woods, faster than Ash's Quicksilver could ever move. Location: Himalayas. Misty! For you, I shall swim across the oceans. I'd cross the deserts. I would travel to the very end of the earth. Ironically, I seem to have done all that just now. Aquamarine pulled himself up on the last ledge of Mount Everest. Strange that she'd want to meet me at a place like this, so far away from civilization, or land for that matter. Oh well, can't argue with her. He reached the summit. Misty! Let us savor this beautiful moment! And... Misty? He climbed up to the top of Everest and looked left and right. Misty was nowhere in sight. Where are you? He walked and looked around the corners and its very steep, icy ledges. What? He slipped. Ah! My leg! No! What? He rolled down the ledge and flew through the air. No! A rock fell and hit him on his already injured head. What's this? There was some writing engraved on the rock, along with a picture of Ash, who was pulling an eyelid down and sticking out his tongue. If you are reading this, Aquamarine, you have been suckered by Ash Ketchum! Aquamarine gasped. Veins became apparent in his forehead, and his eyes started ticking. Ash Ketchum! He twitched, gripping the rock so tight that he crushed it into dust. He roared. Ash Ketchum! I am going to kill you! Kill you! Kill you! Kill you! Aquamarine's voice echoed over the horizon. Location: deeper in green forest. So, Aquamarine lost, did he? Asked Goth. Yeah! Twin Dreamer shouted downwards. He had been watching the fight from the air and transmitting what he had seen telepathically to the rest of the super fiends. This is bad, said Bonsai. Real bad, said Cleft. If Ketchum could beat Aquamarine, how are we fiends supposed to stand up to him? Asked Antarctic. We won't stand a chance. The kid's dangerous when someone makes him mad, and when Aqua destroyed his hat, he crossed the line. G.I. Joe crossed his arms. Both of them did something to make him mad before fighting him. Doppelganger captured his girlfriend, and Waterboy ripped his hat to shreds. And now look what's happened to them. How can any of us fight him without getting him mad? There's no need to be worried about anything, Skyrender said calmly. Huh? All the super fiends stared at Sky. Aquamarine is powerful, yes, but his rage was his downfall. Lashing out wildly as he did, his performance was absolutely sloppy. Aquamarine was more focused on tormenting his opponent than actually finishing him off. Had it been otherwise, Ketchum would not be alive this second. Skyrender sighed. Losing because he got so emotional. He will certainly be hearing from me later. After I am done with Ketchum, that is. All the fiends were shocked. You're serious? One of them asked. Next time, I will fight him myself. When they heard this, all the super fiends started chatting excitedly among themselves. Skyrender was more skilled than all of them combined, and watching him fight was a real treat. Skyrender smirked. And in other news, we're leaving the Maseno gang for good. They're too weak, and being associated with them is bad for our image. All right! The super fiends cheered. So, what are we waiting for? This is better than a party, 'cause here we go! Meanwhile, Aquamarine sighed, finally calming down. No point sitting around any longer. I'd better get down from here. Huh? He looked down and saw that one of his arms and both of his legs were broken, and that he was sitting on a small ledge that stuck out of the mountain. He looked up and saw the wall was going at an almost 90-degree angle and was completely smooth. Looking down, it was the exact same thing. How the hell am I supposed to get down from here, goddammit? He screamed, punching the ground hard. His sweat dropped. The platform sticking out of the mountain face cracked. His voice echoed as he fell lower and lower. Oh! Ash may have gotten rid of AAMRN for now, but their battle isn't over, and things might be different in the next match, providing he becomes less crippled. And speaking of next match, will Ash stand a chance against the mighty Skyrender? To be continued.